YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we have a banger of a video. Jalen Green, Houston Rockets rebuild. Rockets apparently have been very aggressive in trying to pursue the #1 pick from the Pistons. I don't think the Pistons will give up the #1 pick, and obviously there's also been some rumors about the Rockets potentially taking Jalen Green over Evan Mobley. In the comment section below, I want you guys to comment right now who you think the Rockets should take. Whether you think it's Evan Mobley or whether you think it's Jalen Green, definitely leave a reason or whatever you want to say down in the comment section below. I'll be reading every comment like I usually do. Personally, I think the Rockets should take Jalen Green just because the idea of a Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr. backcourt just entices me so damn much. It's a banger video, so make sure you guys smash that like button. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. We're getting really close to 19,000 subs, and of course, after that will be 20K. So you guys have been amazing with the subscribe button and the like button. So definitely keep it up. For now, let's go ahead and you guys enjoy this. Not Kevin Porter. I almost said Kevin Porter Jr. Enjoy this Jalen Green Rockets rebuild. The Houston Rockets have been really aggressive on trying to trade for the #1 pick supposedly, which tells me this team really wants to maybe take a guard instead of maybe taking Evan Mobley. So let's say, for instance, they don't get the #1 pick, which I don't think they will, because I think the Pistons will probably stay put at #1, unless if there is some trade, then of course we'll actually do a rebuild on that. But let's say the Pistons stay at #1. So then the Rockets decide, you know what, we're not going to get the #1 pick, but there is a really good guard that we could take here at #2, and that's going to be Jalen Green, which is who we took today instead of Evan Mobley. A while back, we did an Evan Mobley Houston Rockets rebuild, and then we did a Jalen Green Cavaliers rebuild. But today, since it's kind of been a rumor anyway, we did a Jalen Green to the Rockets here, and we're going to do a rebuild on it. So, and then of course, you know, everything else kind of changed here. So Greg Brown went #3 to the Cavaliers. Jalen Suggs went to the Raptors. Evan Mobley went to the Thunder now. So a lot of things changed. Jaden Springer to the Magic. And then also, we did take a couple late picks as well, as we had Moses Moody fall to us and a center. So that was pretty nice. We have three nice young players coming in, and Usman Garuba. We'll go ahead and take him as well. So we have 4 young players coming in out of the draft. But today, obviously, the main focus is we're doing a Jalen Green Houston Rockets rebuild. So let's go ahead and look at our roster. So Sterling Brown will go ahead and extend that qualifying offer. But our roster right now, obviously, there's John Wall. So then you'd kind of have a backcourt, Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green, which I think would be a ton of fun. I really do. I think that the Rockets, if I'm the Rockets GM, I think that I would take Jalen Green, if I'm completely honest with you. I think that's what I would do. I know that there is a chance they won't go that route, and I can kind of understand that, but I personally would go ahead and take Jalen Green at #2. I mean, you have Christian Wood already. He's only 25 years old, and he's proven that he's a pretty damn good player. So I think you roll the dice with a backcourt of Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green. I think that'd be so much fun to watch. Rockets games would be a lot of fun to watch. But of course, we do have 2 veterans that we do want to get rid of here, and John Wall and Eric Gordon, which are 2 guys I do not want to keep here any longer. I might keep Eric Gordon for now just because his trade value would probably be, I mean, both of these guys' trade value is probably not going to be that great. John Wall's coming off another injury. He stopped, or, you know, he kind of showed that he could still have some stuff in him. And then, of course, he got injured again towards the end of the season. They shut him down. So not sure what his trade value is going to be like. And then Eric Gordon obviously got injured as well and was out for the season. So it is definitely going to be a tough pill to get rid of these 2, but I'm definitely going to try. So I'm going to get rid of at least one of them, and that's going to be John Wall. So we're going to go ahead and start things off with a John Wall trade like we usually do in Rockets rebuilds, because I just don't want to keep him here. So we could trade him to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Kevin Love. No thanks. Okay, let's see what else we got. We got the Celtics. They need a point guard. So they take John Wall. We take Al Horford off their hands and Tristan Thompson, and we just simply trade a 2022 pick. No thanks. I'm done. I'm fine with that. The Clippers give me Luke Kennard, and we get Patrick Beverly. We traded 2024 first. I'm right on that as well. Terry Rozier. What else? You got the Kings, Harrison Barnes, Buddy Hield, the Magic, Theo. I don't think the Thunder would be interested in John Wall. And then of course you got the Warriors for me, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green. So personally, the best trade that I saw was the Celtics one, just because, you know, they may be interested in a point guard, but I personally would not want to give up a first. That's kind of dumb on my part, so we're not going to do that. Unless if we were just that desperate enough to get rid of John Wall, which I kind of am at this point, but I do not want to trade it first if I don't have to. So let's say I didn't trade it first, and well, I can't take Tristan Thompson out of this trade. What if you gave me a first? How about that? They want Moses and Moody. I'm absolutely not doing that. No way in hell am I doing that. So I'll give you 2 seconds. I do not want Peyton Pritchard. Let's go ahead and let's just do this instead. Come on. They want Charles. They're going to be Carson Edwards. I mean, I want to get rid of John Wall here, believe me, but at the same time, I'm not trying to give up Charles. So let's go ahead and maybe throw you. You want Daniel House instead, and then take Carson Edwards out of the equation. Oh, we can't. Okay, so Carson Edwards back in the equation, and the trade just keeps getting bigger and bigger at this point. Okay, I'll offer you yet another second or a 2025 pick because we're going to be good at that point. Usman for Grant Williams. This trade is absolutely huge for no reason. But okay, so look at this. We get rid of John Wall. We get Al Horford, who's going to expire anyway. Tristan Thompson, who is just going to be here for the time being. We got 2023 first coming in. Carson Edwards, Grant Williams. We trade Daniel House. 2 seconds and a first. Okay, you know what? The more I look at this trade, the more I hate it. I'm not doing it. Okay, so I'll just have to try to build something else because I did not love that trade. So let me see if I can find a different trade because that one was just getting too big for my liking, to be honest. And I felt like we were giving up a little too much to just get rid of John Wall. Highway robbed, in my opinion. So basically what had happened is I offered them John Wall for Kevin Knox and 2 firsts. But instead, they counter-offered me and offered me Eric Gordon, and they wanted to give me another first for Eric Gordon. But I was like, I feel like the Knicks wouldn't do that, and I still don't think the Knicks would do this. But hey, the Knicks get 2 good players that would help them be better right now, and then we get a young player in Kevin Knox and 2 first-round picks. So sure, why not? I got rid of John Wall and Eric Gordon. So definitely okay with that. We got rid of both of them in one punch. So that's cool with me. So now we have a team that looks pretty interesting. So I'm going to actually move Moses Moody to the small forward. So we'll have Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Jae'Sean Tate, Moses Moody, Daniel House. I think we might trade Daniel House here as well, just because, you know, he's kind of a veteran here that isn't really going to need minutes. So the Bulls want to offer me a 2022 first that they don't even own. I'll trade him to the Clippers for a second. I mean, at this point, I just want to get rid of him. So we'll go ahead and have that, and then I think we're pretty much ready for this next season. Actually, we could use a backup guard, so we'll go ahead and sign a backup guard. We have Kelly Olynyk, who's a free agent. I'm not going to sign any of these guys back. So backup guards, we have Chris Paul we can afford. Obviously, I'm not going to go that route though. So I don't want to spend too much money on a backup guard. If I can get like Kendrick Nunn or just something along the lines of that would be just fine. Dennis Smith Jr., give him a chance. Cameron Payne was awesome for the Suns. Could bring him over here to Houston, but I'm going to go ahead. David Duke's free agent for some reason. Frank, Corey Joseph. What do we want to do? Dante Exum. I think I'm going to go ahead and offer, we'll offer Cameron Payne a 1-year deal to be our backup point guard or something for $8 million. Sure, why not? Cameron Payne, welcome to the Houston Rockets. He's been awesome for the Suns. We'll have Cameron Payne be our backup guard, and that should get us a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we could run Kevin Knox in rotation as well. So we have a full 9-man rotation. This team is going to be very, very interesting with Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. leading the way. The only other thing I need to fix, Christian Wood's going down overall, which is actually really annoying. So we need to fix some shots in this season. So Kevin Porter Jr., obviously, we're going to boost that up quite a bit just because he is going to be taking some shots. We'll go like 92 for him, and then we'll have Christian Wood, so like a 77 or something like that. So Moses Moody is at 80 is fine. So we'll have that going for us. And then, yeah, I'm excited, man. Let's go ahead and see how this next season is going to go with Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. in the backcourt. I have a good feeling that this is going to go very well. I think these two next to each other would be so much fun, and I'm sure a lot of you agree with that. Rockets fans, if you're watching this, do you want to see Jalen Green on your team instead of Evan Mobley? I would personally, but I could see if you want the other route. I'm going to throw untapped potential at Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green, because why not? So 24 is our power ranking, and we are running a 10-man rotation. Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Jae'Sean Tate, Kenyon Martin Jr., Christian Wood, Moses Moody, Cameron Payne, Charles, Kevin Knox, and that is going to be the rotation, man. Let's go ahead, simulate season number 1, and let's see how this goes. So at the end of the season, we make our small strides, and we end up as the 11th seed in the West, which isn't too bad. As far as all rookie teams, that's definitely going to be important for us. Obviously, we had Jalen Suggs, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, and Sharif Cooper. All NBA second team. Here is your all rookie second team, I should say, not all NBA. So 36-46 obviously does not get us into the postseason, but we had 26 points from Jalen Green and 21 from Kevin Porter Jr., 18 from Christian Wood, and 17 from Moses Moody off the bench. So honestly, this is promising. Your two best players averaging 20 plus is definitely something you'd love to see. So excited about that. I would love to see a backcourt of these two guys, just so you guys know. Like, it'd just be so much fun to watch, I feel like. So you know, obviously KPJ showed on display when he got traded to Houston was definitely exciting, and I think Jalen Green next to him would just be like a blast in the past, you know what I mean? All right, Celtics championships. All right, let's go into this offseason. Let's go straight to the draft lottery. And we are gonna have a lottery pick here. So we do have pick number where is our pick? Via Houston. Where's our pick? Oh, the Heat have it? Okay. That's scary. I don't know what the projections follow this, whether it's a swap or whatever. We end up with number 10. Okay. And then we also have the Nets pick in this draft, I think, which is going to lead us to 29. So we have 10 and 29. So that's cool. So we can definitely get another good player here. Head coach, obviously, I don't see a reason to, lose our head coach. Let's bring Mike D'Antoni back to Houston as well. Why not? Now let's get Trent Peterson. So we'll have that going for us. Should have got an A trainer, but it's fine. We'll have 2 training camps at least. So let's go to the draft now. So number 10, we are going to be, so we have 10 and 29. And then, okay, so we have a really nice young roster right now. So looking at the mock drafts, number 10 has us taking Patrick Baldwin. Actually, we could use a power forward, so maybe that is a good selection here. So let's go to number 10 and see if we have a power forward on the board. That could be nice to have. We have Kendall Brown. Let's see. Draft summaries. We have Paulo go number 1. We have Jalen go number 2. Jaden Hardy number 3. Baldwin number 4. So that's unfortunate. JD Davidson number 5. All right. So Jabari Smith Jr. went 1 pick ahead of us, and Michael Foster did as well. So we have Kendall Brown, Caleb Houston. All right. So we have Brandon Huntley Hatfield still here. So we could take another center here. We know Hatfield's pretty good. I usually end up taking him a lot. Or we could take a backup guard here and Javon Quinterly, which we could use. So we'll go ahead and take a guard here, and we'll be fine with that. We also have number 29. So let's go ahead and see if we can grab at number 29. So number 29, I'm going to grab Devin Askew, which I could take him, but I just took a guard, so I'm not going to do that. Tavion Kinsey. What else we got? Matt Maker, JT Thor. Preferably a forward here. I mean, we can take Trendon Warford, I guess. All right, so let's send the end on that. And just like that, we got Javon Cornley, Trendon Warford, and Will Richardson out of the draft. So that's cool. Player options will accept everyone, of course, besides DJ Augustine. And qualifying offers Kevin Knox as a free agent. So if we want to get Kevin Knox back, sure. Definitely wouldn't mind having him back, obviously. So Kevin Knox asked for 17 million. He's insane, but hey, it is what it is. So Javon Cornley will be the new backup guard, obviously. We can move Will Richardson to backup shooting guard just because we don't really need him to be a backup point guard. So we have a backup guard tandem, so that's nice. And then we have obviously Moses Moody, Jayshawn Tate, and then we have Kenyon Martin Jr. and Osman, and then Christian Wood and Charles. So if there's any position, obviously we wouldn't mind increasing. It would be the 4 spot. So is there a power forward out here in this draft that would be a lot of fun to take? Obviously Jaren Jackson would be a lot of fun. We could throw a big offer at Marvin Bagley, but the Kings usually match. Even though in real life, I don't know how long he'll be in Sacramento. So Miles Bridges, we got Aaron Gordon, Eric Paschal. So we could make a big splash here in free agency if we really wanted to. Zach Collins, Jared Vanderbilt's out there. So obviously, I'm going to throw a contract Jaren Jackson, but I don't expect to get him here. So let's offer him like a 2-year deal. I don't know if that would, change things. Probably not. So Jaren Jackson, offer him a big money contract. And then Marvin Bagley, I don't think he'll get paid that much in real life, obviously. He has not displayed a whole lot. Miles Bridges obviously could be someone we might be interested in as well. Do I want to pay him that much money, though, is the question. Or do I just want to roll the dice with what we got? Honestly, Jaren Jackson is the guy that I definitely want. And the Memphis Grizzlies match, obviously, makes sense. Okay. Memphis Grizzlies match my offer sheet, which makes a ton of sense. And then small forwards that we can maybe move to power forward. Not really seeing anything. So Kyle Anderson. Miles Bridges is still an option. Eric Paschal is here as well, which could be interesting if we wanted to go with Eric Paschal, but I'm not going to do that. So Miles Bridges, I think I'm just going to roll with what we got, to be honest. I'm just going to roll with Kenyon Martin Jr. for now, and if we see something that we like, maybe we make a trade later on, but for now, I'm just going to roll with the young team that we have and probably just run it back with this kind of new tandem in the backcourt, the new backcourt, I should say, and then Kevin Knox back as well. So this should be a lot of fun. I think this season will definitely be fun. Christian Wood is an impending free agent as well, so it'll definitely be kind of we'll definitely have a decision to make on him, whether or not we want to go with him or do we want to trade him, because he is a little bit older than everyone else on the roster. So we'll kind of see what route we decide to take on that. I think I'll end up keeping him, but I just don't know. So we'll load a 2023 draft class, and then we'll go ahead and run this next season, and hopefully maybe this team makes the postseason. As a 7th seed, a very scary 7th seed, might I add. Chet Holmgren, Rookie of the Year on the Pistons. So Pistons end up getting, okay, that's nice. So they have Cade Cunningham and Chet Holmgren paired up together. So that's good for them. They should be in the playoffs, I would imagine. Here's your NBA first team, Luka, Cade Cunningham makes All-NBA first team. They're definitely probably in the playoffs right now. All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team. All rookie team, we didn't have any crazy rookies, but you know, we didn't have anyone in the all team. So Pistons are in the playoffs as the second seed in the East. Good for them. What does their team look like right now? So they have Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes. They always get Kawhi Leonard, man. Kawhi's going to Detroit apparently because he just always ends up signing there. Sadiq Bey is off the bench. I mean, this team is looking pretty good for Detroit, but we are the 7th seed going up against the Dallas Mavericks. So, I mean, if we could beat Luka Doncic and the Mavericks in the first round, I think we win the damn championship because that team is obviously very tough to beat. But, yeah, this, you know, the stats-wise, Moses Moody averaging 20, and then Jalen Green 24, and Kevin Porter Jr. 25. So, I mean, everything's looking good. Christian Wood is an impending free agent, so we're going to definitely make a decision on him, obviously. Kenny Martin Jr., Javon Quinley, everyone kind of just added to it. So, here we are up against the Dallas Mavericks. So, we have Luka, Josh Richardson, Tim Hardaway, Frank Kaminsky, Porzingis, Enes Kanter. So, this could definitely be a tough matchup. Simulating current round against the Dallas Mavericks, and we beat them in 5. So, just like I said, if we were able to beat the Mavericks, I think we can beat anybody just because Luka Doncic is really hard to beat. Other than the Pelicans, though, the Pelicans are pretty tough to beat as well. So, would not be surprised if we actually lost this. So, somebody current round against New Orleans, and they sweep us. Yeah, the Pelicans are tough to beat as well. So, probably should have thought about them. But the Pistons actually end up losing the East Conference Finals, and the Sixers, believe it or not, go on to win the championship. So, then Denver Nuggets beat the Pelicans. So, we made it to the second round, though. So, that's a good stride. Obviously, in this last and final offseason, we have a big jump to make. So, draft lottery time. We do have a lottery pick here. So we have 9 and 10. Okay. One from the Washington Wizards and one from Brooklyn Nets. So let's see if we get lucky here. So number 14 is going to go to the Toronto Raptors. Okay. There. So obviously at number 9 and 10, we'll see if we jump up in the lottery. If we end up with a top 4 pick, I think I'll definitely get aggressive. For real. I think I'll definitely get aggressive and maybe trade for a star or something. So Phoenix Suns end up with number 12. Okay. Number 11 is going to go to Orlando Magic. All right, so number 9 and number 10, are we going to get lucky? So number 10 is going to end up going to the Washington Wizards. Okay, so that means our pick didn't jump up, I assume. So the Wizards end up keeping that draft pick. This will be the 7th lottery selection all time, so they have nothing to add to that. So number 9, the Wizards get to keep it this year. Okay, protections. Okay, so all right, so number 9, do we get lucky here? No, we do not. So unfortunately, we don't get lucky. We're gonna have the 9th pick via the Brooklyn Nets, and we also have 15. And do we have another pick in here? We have 17 as well. So we have 3 picks though. So that definitely still leads us to maybe still being able to make some kind of trade. So definitely be on the lookout for that. So let's go to the draft. So on draft night, who is available? So what do we have to trade away anyway? We have Warford and Javon Quinley. We have 9, 15, 17. And 2 second-round picks. So definitely, and we should have, you know, be able to absorb cap space here because we don't really have anybody on a crazy max contract. So if I go to Team Intel right now and kind of see, you know, what's available, I'm definitely looking for power forward / center here. The Suns suck right now. DeAndre Ayton is 25 years old. Then the Suns are struggling to get into the postseason. That could be fun. You got Evan Mobley from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Obviously, Karl-Anthony Towns from the Timberwolves is always a thing, but they just made the postseason. Nurkic, James Wiseman, obviously, would be fun, but he's untouchable. So, Joel Embiid, Bobby Portis, Vucevic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, obviously, would be so much fun, but that's never going to happen for me on this game. Jason Tatum's untouchable, okay. Clippers, no. And the Grizzlies, we did have interest in Jaren Jackson, but I don't know if they would be willing to trade Jaren Jackson to us. Obviously, I would love to get Jaren Jackson here. I'm going to try for it, maybe. Other than that, I think the only other guy that I was maybe considering was DeAndre Ayton. So it's between DeAndre Ayton and definitely Jaren Jackson, who Jaren Jackson's going to be on a 1-year deal because I offered him a 2-year deal and the Grizzlies matched it. So let's go to the Grizzlies to start things off. So for the Memphis Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson Jr. on a 1-year deal. I'll offer you 9, 15, 17, and obviously you're not going to say yes to that. I'll give you this Nets pick as well. And I'll give you, probably have to throw in a young player, Trendon Warford. We'll throw in Javon Quinley here, and then we'll remove one of these picks. So let's go move, let's move this one. Okay, they don't agree to that. I'll give you 15, and I'll give you 17. If they don't agree to this, okay, so we get Jaren Jackson. Let's go. So Jaren Jackson is going to be our new power forward, so that's going to be very nice. 90 overall power forward coming in. So Christian Wood maybe becomes more vital to being able to sign back, or we could just run it with Charles, who is a good center in himself, so definitely have some decisions to make there. But we traded all of our picks for Jaren Jackson, so we got a second rounder and Rod Elliott. I guess we'll sign up player options though. We'll accept all of these, and of course we have to pay Kevin Porter Jr. and Usman Group region as well. So all right, free agents, we have Christian Wood, KPJ, Jayshawn Tate, Kevin Knox. Okay, so LeBron James also out here, but Christian Wood I think becomes pretty vital to resigning, so we're gonna go ahead and actually resign Christian Wood no matter what. So we'll sign Christian Wood, and then we'll wait for KPJ to get a offer, because I think we're ready to make the postseason. Actually, I'm gonna give the man his money because he deserves it. So we'll go ahead and give KPJ his money, and then so we have Kevin Porter Jr., Will Richardson, Moses Moody, Jaren Jackson, Kenyon Martin, and then we have okay, so all we really need back is our backup small forward in Jayshawn Tate. $13 million. Okay, could maybe just go ahead and give him that. So we'll go ahead. We might get our power forward back as well. So definitely got to consider that. So let's go ahead and just go through this, and then day 12, and we got Osman back. Cool. So this is gonna be our brand new rotation. This is actually gonna be quite a sweet rotation if you ask me. So let's go ahead and see what this is gonna look like on paper. So this is gonna be the final season regardless of things. So on top potential, we'll throw another one at KPJ. We'll throw another one at Moses Moody, and then we'll throw another one at Jalen Green, because why not? So let's go ahead and do that. And then looking at our rotation power ranking lens to number 7, our rotation looks like this. We have KPJ, Jalen Green, Moses Moody, Jaren Jackson, Christian Wood, Kenyon Martin, Jayshawn Tate, Charles, and Will Richardson. I mean, if that ain't a sexy rotation, I don't know what is. Proficiency 4.5 at 7 seconds. I think this team is absolutely going to go off this season. And so at the end of the season, Cade Cunningham wins MVP. Just kidding. It wasn't him. It was KPJ. Just kidding. I won't do that. Okay, so Cade Cunningham wins MVP. DR Johnson, Rookie of the Year on the Jazz. Okay, JD Davison, 6th man. Odds Fits Player. Jalen Johnson, Most Improved. And Steven Salas, Coach of the Year. As we went 64-18. 64-18. Do we have an All-NBA player? Come on. Give it to me. Let's see. No, we do not. Okay, that's annoying, but hey, it is what it is. So, first seed in the West, going against the New Orleans Pelicans. We better not lose to them. So 26 points from KPJ. How is this man not an All-NBA player? Come on. How is this man not an MVP? Jalen Green, 26, 22 from Moses Moody, 18 from Jaren Jackson, and then 13 from Christian Wood, 11 from Kenyon Martin, and 5.5 from Charles. So our scoring is kind of insane right now. Playing the Pelicans, like I said. Let's not lose them. Someone in current round, and we beat them in 5. So if we can beat the Pelicans, we can beat anybody, I think. So Shea, Amari Bailey, Keon Johnson, Paulo Bachar. Okay, so actually this is a pretty good team as well. Someone in current round against the Thunder, and okay, can we beat them in 6? Yes, we can. We're off the Western Conference Finals to play the Phoenix Suns, who absolutely swept the Lakers, so that's kind of scary. Let's see what we got on the other side of the bracket. We got Philly and Chicago. So Sharif Cooper, Devin Booker, Mikal. Remember, I almost tried to get DeAndre Ayton, but somebody current round, and we beat them in 4. Yes, so we're off to the NBA Finals to play the Philadelphia 76ers, who just won the championship last year. We got Ben Simmons, Jaden Hardy, John Petty, Harris, and Embiid still. So game 1, they win 1-0, so that's not a good start. Joel Embiid went off. Game 2, they're up 2-0. Game 3, okay, so we win that one. So that was actually kind of scary. If we went down 3-0, I definitely would have cried myself to sleep tonight. All right, here we go. Game 4, they're up 3-1. Come on, man. I thought this was our year, but Philly is just better, I guess. All right, here we go, man. Can we make this 3-1 comeback? Let's go. This is a good start, so we can win this one. Good start. 110-129. All right. Game 6 on the road in Philly. If we force a game 7, all the momentum is back in our hands. All the momentum is back in our hands. Very close game still. Definitely still anything is possible. 103-111. Come on, Houston, wake up. No! Well, we didn't lose. We didn't win a championship. Joel Embiid, Finals MVP. We lose in 6, but hey, we made it to the NBA Finals at least. Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr. backcourt. What do you guys think? Or should the Rockets take Evan Mobley? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. But for now, it's Crushables. And peace.